Maxi Homa, let's analyze his golf swing. The big thing I like in Max's golf swing is his reference of his hands to this red line. What you'll notice in the backswing is that he starts to create some space away from this red line, and he starts to get this look here at the top of his backswing, meaning that his hands have worked behind him and the butt end of his club has worked significantly behind him and is basically on his heels. And the important thing about that is that what this allows Max to do is that when he comes into the downswing, is it allows this club to work into a fashion that is a shallow position. Max's shallow position is created by applying a force to the handle in this direction here, and that creates the center of mass or the club head to work back in that direction there. So he's moving his hand path outward or moving his hands outward, but the club head is falling back behind him. So his hands are working in this direction, but the club head is working in that direction. The good thing about his club head falling back behind him is that he can rotate his hips and chest very open, very aggressively, and this club head won't work too far out in front of him, meaning that his club path won't get too far to the left. A lot of amateur golfers will get this club head in a position that is too steep in this position. So you'd get the club shaft looking something similar to that. And whenever you start to open up the chest and hips, then this club shaft is just going to work too far out in front and the club path is going to work too far out to the left, and you'll get big pulls, big slices. And Max still has the element of opening up his hips and chest really good. But the fact is that his club still is in a really good position, and that's because his club head is falling back behind him in the downswing. And a lot of it is to do with his outward hand path, so his hands working out in front of him. But the only reason why Max is able to work his hands out is because he structures his arms in a way at the top of the backswing where they are already quite far behind him. Had he got the butt end of his club up in this position here, he wouldn't be able to work his hands out in this direction here and hit functional golf shots. So for Max to get his hands into this position here is absolutely amazing. So if you were going to take anything away from Max's golf swing, is that working the hands out does not necessarily mean that you would hit a big slice. It all depends on how you structure it in the backswing. Max gets it quite far behind him and he's able to work his hand path outwards and still have the club in an awesome hitting position and have a club path that is somewhere in the ballpark of him being able to hit functional and straight golf shots. You've got to make sure you find the elements that are going to work for you and are going to provide you with the best control over your golf shots.